In Nollywood today, the most bankable stars are not the men in front of the camera, they are the women behind it. Funke Akindele, rewriting records with the highest grossing films in Nigeria's history. Jade Osiberu, striking multi-million-dollar streaming deals and redefining Nollywood action. Abudu, building a global media empire with Ebony Live Studios, shaping Africa's image abroad. And Genevieve Nnaji, the woman who opened Nollywood's doors to Netflix prestige, proving that African cinema belongs on the world's biggest stage. This is more than cinema. This is economics. This is politics. This is power. Because storytelling is not just art. It is the currency. It is the legacy. It is the crown. And in this new Nollywood, the crown belongs to women. This is the story of our generation of women filmmakers. Turned cameras into weapons, scripts into manifestos, and box office numbers into revolutions. They were once dismissed as side characters. Today, they are the architects of an empire. This is Box Office, the women who run Nollywood, and the stories of a movement that changed Nollywood forever. There was once a time Nollywood lived in DVDs sold on the streets, films shot in 1 week, budgets are stretched thin, stories are often duplicated and recycled, low budgets, fast shoots, quick profits. It was survival cinema, accessible, popular, but never fully respected. But as Nigeria's cinema culture grew, a new question emerged. In this new age of multiplexes, red carpets, and record keeping, who would rise to dominate the box office? The answer was Funke Akindele.
Because I don't have money, I broke cage by day, and I know I want to rent house for them.
From a comic role as Jennifer, Funke built more than laughs. She built loyalty, a character's wit, a catchphrases, a refusal to be boxed in. All of it made a household name. But Funke was not content with just being seen. She wanted to create. And when she stepped behind the camera, she became Nollywood's queen of money. In 2020, Omogeto, the saga, stormed Nigerian cinemas, making 636 million naira. 2 years later, she did it again. Battle of Booker Street smashed the record, 668 million naira, the highest grossing Nigerian film of all time. Funke Akindele proved that Nollywood films could rival Hollywood imports in Nigerian cinemas. She mastered mass appeal. She cracked the code of laughter, heart, and hustle. And the reward was box office dominance. Her success was not just about numbers, it was a declaration that Nigerian women could break ceilings not only as stars, but as storytellers, as moguls, as queens of their own economy. While Funke Akindele conquered the cinemas, another woman was plotting a different path. Her name, Jade Osiberu. Her breakout hit, Sugar Rush, revealed a flair for glossy, fast-paced blockbusters. Movies that didn't just entertain but electrified a new generation of Nollywood fans. Audiences saw the glamour, the comedy, the adrenaline. But behind the lens, Jade was playing a long game. She wasn't just thinking about Lagos or Abuja or opening weekend. She was thinking global. She was thinking streaming. In 2022, a company, Grill Studios, signed a landmark multi-year deal with Prime Video, a deal that sent shockwaves through Nollywood. For the first time, a major global streamer wasn't just licensing content from Nigeria, they were betting on a Nigerian creator. And then came Brotherhood. The film rolled into cinemas, an action-packed heist thriller with Nollywood swagger. But its true power came after the box office. When Brotherhood dropped on Prime Video, it didn't just sell tickets, it traveled. It streamed into living rooms in London, in New York, in Johannesburg, in Dubai, in Nollywood blockbuster, now global. Jade's success proved something powerful. That Nigerian stories could be both commercially thrilling and globally bankable. that Nollywood didn't have to choose between art and commerce, between local love and international recognition. With the right vision, it could be all of the above. If Funke Akindele showed that women could rule Nigeria's box office, Jade Osiberu showed they could rule the world's screens. If Funke Akindele was Nollywood's box office queen, and Jade Osiberu a streaming power player, then Abudu was its corporate mogul. As the founder and CEO of Ebony Live Media, Mo didn't just make films, she made deals. She understood something few others did, that Nollywood wasn't just an industry of passion, it was an industry of power, and power lived in partnerships. Netflix, Sony, AMC, Hollywood's heavyweights, Mo Abudu brought them all to the table. Her projects, 50, Chief Daddy, Blood Sisters, weren't just productions, they were proof. Proof that Nollywood stories could stand in boardrooms beside Nollywood scripts. Proof that African narratives were not charity but commerce, not experiments but assets. While others were fighting for cinema screens or streaming charts, Mo was fighting for infrastructure, for pipelines, for contracts, for recognition in the language the global industry understood best, the language of business. And she won. With Ebony Live Media, Mo Abudu turned Nollywood into a boardroom negotiation, and Nollywood walked out with the crown. And then there was Genevieve Nnaji. She was already Nollywood royalty, a superstar actress, a face that defined an era. But in 2018, she chose a new role, not in front of the camera, but behind it. Her directorial debut, Lionheart. When Netflix acquired Lionheart, it wasn't just a contract, it was history. For the very first time, a Nigerian film became a Netflix original. A small story set in Enugu suddenly became a global headline. Lionheart wasn't just a film, it was a statement that Nollywood stories could travel, that Nigerian films had prestige, that a woman at the helm could command global attention. For investors, it was proof. For Nollywood, it was validation. And for young dreamers across Africa, it was prophecy. A film born in Nigeria's southeast was now streaming in London, Johannesburg, Toronto, Dubai. The subtitles didn't erase its identity, they amplified it. For the first time, Nollywood wasn't just local entertainment, it was world cinema. Genevieve Nnaji gave Nollywood something numbers could not measure. She gave it validation, not validation from within, but from without. The kind that opens doors, the kind that lingers in memory. And with Lionheart, she didn't just direct a film, she directed Nollywood onto the global stage. Funke Akindele, Jade Osiberu, Mo Abudu, Genevieve Nnaji. 4 women, 4 visions, 4 different paths to power. Each one different, each one powerful. Together, they didn't just make movies, they redefined what Nollywood could be. Funke turned laughter into box office gold. Jade transformed blockbusters into streaming empires. Mo translated African stories into corporate currency. And Genevieve carried Nollywood into the halls of global prestige. They proved that women could not only tell stories, but build kingdoms from them. That films were not just art, but economy, not just culture, but capital. Once upon a time, Nollywood lived in DVDs sold on the streets. Today, it lives in cinemas, in streaming queues, in boardrooms across the world. And at the heart of that transformation are women. Women who picked up the crown and placed it firmly on their own heads. This is Nollywood's new era. The queens are on the throne. Their kingdom was built on stories. Their currency is culture, and their empire is unstoppable.